Hey, I'm the Red Wizard, and I've been working on something. I want to use this channel to share with you some insights that I've had in my life in regards to spirituality. My whole life, I've been interested in spirituality, and the angle that I came at it from was a little bit different because I was adopted at birth. And my entire life, I had one burning question in my mind. Whether I knew it or not, I was always wondering where I came from. Now, I found out I was adopted when I was about 5, and by the time I was in high school, I became very much interested in spirituality, religion, mysticism, meditation, things of that nature. And by the time I got to college, so about 4 years later, I got deeply into mysticism. I was very much influenced by people like Aldous Huxley, who was an intellectual, a writer, and someone involved in mysticism. So by the time I was in college, I made a resolute decision for myself that if God was real, or spirit was real, whatever you want to call it, I would not believe in spirit unless I could actually experience God or see God with my own eyes, my own senses. Little did I know that I made a challenge for myself, and I signed myself up for years of adventure. Some was around the country. Most of it was internally, in my mind, in my spirit, in my efforts, in my quest to again find the answer to the question, who am I? I don't know why it never occurred to me, and this was before the 23andMe and the Ancestry stuff, I don't know why it never really occurred to me to look for my biological parents in a traditional route, like just finding their names and figuring out about my heritage. All I could say is somehow through grace, I really became interested in not only where I came from, but where everybody came from. And fast forwarding about another 4 years, I found a teacher and a mentor. He used to be a monk. He was deeply devoted to the practice of yoga, and he introduced me to a teacher, a bunch of different teachers, but the big one was Ramana. And Ramana was a non-dual, is a teacher of Vedanta. And Vedanta is a non-dual philosophy that is like, it comes from the tradition of Hinduism. And ironically, Ramana's like a method for becoming enlightened, to connecting with spirit, to find out who you truly are, was by asking the question, who am I? So from the time I was 5 years old up until then, I was wondering, who am I? Then, as I got older, I found this mystic, this saint, whose essentially his meditation method was focusing on your own awareness and questioning who you are, and really deeply looking at our own perceptions and our egos and our awareness and how it all relates. So for several years after that, I found the teachings that really resonated with me. These are the teachings of Ramana and his lineage of students. You might have heard of Muji. He's really popular on YouTube. Gangaji, she's also really popular. So I would, listen to them, and I would practice this practice of self-inquiry, really questioning who I was. And about, almost 4 years ago now, I had my own personal awakening. I had my own personal awakening. All that stuff I'd read about samadhi, enlightenment, becoming one with source, becoming one with spirit, like I experienced that. And it was truly like the most fascinating experience of my life. And after that, I spent the better part of 2 months in more or less just kind of in bliss. And gradually, life kind of came back, and I started working on more artwork and projects and stuff like that. But looking back at it now, and the reason why I'm sitting in this chair is because I've really been processing what's happened in the past 4 years, my own self-awakening, and I wasn't planning on sharing it with anyone because the realizations and insights that I've had from it, I don't necessarily feel like I have to do anything anymore. I'm like way more comfortable in my skin. Definitely feel deeply satisfied. I no longer feel like I'm searching and like I have to do something to prove myself. But the more I think about it, the more I just really would like to share my experience and my knowledge with you guys, because I know that there's people out there like me who, are seeking for the truth. They're seeking for answers about self-realization, enlightenment, spirituality, awareness. I know there's people out there because I was like that, and I was one of those people, and I have the answers to some questions that I wish I have some insights that I wish I could have gone to someone like me 10, 20 years ago. And what I have to offer you, if you are interested in non-duality, you are interested in Vedanta, spirituality, again, these are all names for the same thing. If you are interested in it, the only thing I really have to, there's nothing special about me. The only thing I really have to offer is a little bit of help to help you realize your true nature, which is divine, which is spirit, which is consciousness. And if that's something you're interested in, I would love to chat. I would love to, please leave a comment. I would love to learn more about your journey, your interest in non-duality and spirituality, and please ask any questions. In the near future, I'm going to be posting many videos about non-duality, Vedanta, and awareness. And I hope they can be very helpful resources for you and your own journey inward towards your own self-realization. So, I'm the Red Wizard. Please, if any of this resonates with you, do the YouTube thing, like, share, follow, subscribe, and I promise I'll be in touch. Thank you.